Rahu Mahadasha, which is actually the most feared Mahadasha after the Saturn. Now Rahu Mahadasha lasts for 18 years. And during these 18 years, the two lines that need to be kept in mind are, keep in mind, life is all the result of choices. The choices we make determines our fate. So this is the time to practice alertness, awareness, introspection, and many other such adjectives that help you know yourself. Now understand the planet of Rahu. The planet of Rahu talks about the grit, the determination, and the resilience within a person. Rahu is a planet which gives you disillusionment, it gives you falsehood, it gives you maya, it gives you greed, it makes you materialistic, it makes you, want all those things be actually what we term as evil thoughts. For me, no thoughts are evil. I feel according to an individual's need, the person starts becoming greedy for that. I may be greedy for having good relationships or multiple relationships, or I may be greedy to experience more wealth, and more is never enough. So we become materialistic, we become greedy, and we want more and more and more. I've already explained about the Rahu Mahadasha. Now I'm going to be patiently explaining to you the Antardashas. I've explained the major period, now I'll be explaining the sub-periods, that when the dragon's head or Rahu Mahadasha takes place. Right, we have these sub-periods in these 18 years for a particular time. The sun sub-period, another very benefic and a very powerful planet in the Rahu Mahadasha. The sun or Surya, which is perceived to be one of the supremely benefic planets and the harbinger of true happiness and prosperity to the natives, besides which it is one of the most potent astrological presence. Sun is a very potent and a very, very powerful energy, and for the same reasons, the sun would vanish most of the malefic planets of Rahu because it's more powerful than the shadow planet and will bring much betterment and positivity in the lives of the human being. The person in the Rahu, undergoing the Rahu and the the Rahu and the Sun Bhukti, would become strong at the core and would walk potent in the path of success. He will be strong, his head would be held high, and you can expect explicit growth in the financial stature of the person. The impact of the sun or Surya makes the person see only positive directions and will make him or her walk towards the moral structure and the true path of life, because the sun does not want to bow his head. So the sun basically is always very, very correct. Only the flip side is that he tends to become aggressive and tends to become strong and tends to become a little self-conceited. So the stature of respect and authority of the native would enhance further to a good height in this period, besides which the native will receive support from all sectors of life, whether it is government or whether it is the higher authorities. This also would be a segment of fulfillment as most of the ambitions and the dreams of the natives do come true, because being in the Saturn period, you do not shirk hard work and you intelligently want to be resilient and aggressive where your ambitions are concerned. So the native in the Rahu or the Sun Dasha or Bhukti would have some hurdles in his path, but due to the intelligence and due to the resilience and due to the strength, you are able to overcome these hurdles and achieve greatness. But now, one thing is very important, is that if Sun is so potent and so successful, it is also very aggressive and very arrogant. So when these aggressiveness and arrogance and power play comes into existence, that is the time when the fearness of being alone also sets in. Because people like to be friendly to people who are amenable, who are approachable. So during this period of Sun in the sub-period of the Rahu Mahadasha, chances are you will grow to phenomenal heights. But at what cost should be your question. Now, the cost can be, you could be completely, कहते lonely lies the head that wears the crown. So you will become strong, you will grow high, but if your communication skills are not effective and if you don't look down while going up in life, chances are when you come down, you will be lonely. So be intelligent to take the correct steps during the Sun. Go as high as you can without forgetting your past. Go as high as you can without forgetting the people who've helped you reach the position where you are. While talking about all these major periods and sub-periods, it's very important that not to take a generic view of it. My endeavor is to make you understand that when these Antardashas happen or when these Mahadasas are happening in your life, how should you react and act. But in actual, it's very important to know your natal chart, because once you know your natal chart, you are actually very face to face, or you are aware of your attitudes, and which actually determines your altitude. It's very important to know what is your subconscious mind, how resilient you are or how not resilient you are. So when you go to a learned astrologer and know about your natal chart, that which is the Mahadasa going on you, which is the Antardasa going on you, and which are the energies in your body that are getting affected. By the virtue of energized stones, you can balance those energies in your body and make that particular period in which you are finding the obstacles, or in which you are finding that these things are putting hurdles and you are unable to overcome them, it becomes easier for you to overcome the obstacles. It's something like when a car breaks down, you know that whether the exhaust has broken down or whether the gas is not being properly pushed, or the pedal, or whatever the various mechanics. So you can probably get an overall view of this is what has happened to the car. For it to run smoothly, you need to reach a mechanic who will rectify that situation. So similarly in life, when you make your natal chart done, you can actually get a view of your real self and how you can make your life successful. What is the period in which your energies can be high? And I don't wait for periods. It's important to know to start your success from the period you realize it, that this is what is happening, this is how I'm going to sow my seeds, and obviously my future life is going to be smooth, it is going to be happy without any fear or clutter in life. So the success starts now. Be aware of your natal chart. Don't feel that you are falling a prey to illusions. Don't feel that these are some kind of studies that make you weak. They don't make you weak. In fact, the study of your own self makes you a much stronger person and a force to reckon with.